Well, you were on death row yourself. You were facing a lethal injection, right?
Right.
At any point, did they say, "Listen, we know that you probably know some things. Why don't you just give us some other names? Tell us about some other illegal activities, and we'll take this death sentence off the plate." Did they ever offer you a deal like that?
Nah, they basically, when I went in there, I was just like, I want my lawyer. They would tell, we got you on 8 murders and all this shit. I want my lawyer, period. You know what I'm saying? They came at me with some shit one time about Mel and T. I told them, suck my dick. Suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? Because, my CEOs beat them on a murder charge too. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was after us, Vlad. They was after me, but, I knew they ain't had shit on me. But, I'm staying silent. I wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna go to that motherfucker. I was gonna go to that motherfucking death row chair, a motherfucking hero. That's why I was gonna go to that motherfucking hero to all the real niggas in the world. I was gonna go down that bitch a hero. I was gonna be on every project wall in the motherfucking world because I stayed silent. Yeah, I don't know nothing. Yeah. If y'all know all that, what the fuck you need to talk to me for? I don't know nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just interviewed Lil D, who was the crack king of Oakland, and they gave him 35 years at age 20, and he took it. He said, "I'll take it." He said, as soon as he got in this game, he knew what it was about. He knew what the repercussions were. He didn't tell on anybody, and he did 28 years by the time Obama gave him a clemency. So basically, just 2 of you.
Yeah, so I didn't take the crew with me.
Okay. So you basically could have gotten, what, dozens of people locked up?
Oh, for
if
sure.
You cooperated?
Oh, without a doubt. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But, because of that, that's why guys all around the country respect me too, though. And to me, you can't put no value on respect.
Rats are selfish. Rats are selfish motherfuckers because when you rat, your kids will have to face this when they go to school, especially when you're a big figure. You don't think about the people that's gonna fuck with your family. All you think about is yourself as you getting out of jail. Rats are selfish. They don't think about they baby mamas. They don't give a fuck about they baby mamas and all that shit. They don't think about that. All they think about is getting back to the streets. When they get back to the streets, they gonna fuck with new bitches. They selfish. Rats are selfish. They don't give a fuck. And that's just how they don't care that their kids gonna get teased at school. Your dad's a fucking rat. Every time they go, fucking with your fucking, they don't give a fuck about it. They don't give a fuck about their cousin getting his ass beat when he gets saw by one of his people family. They don't give a fuck about his cousin getting his ass beat or his family getting tortured on social media. He don't give a fuck about that. All he give a fuck about is getting back to the streets. Rats are selfish, man. Period.
Well, here's another aspect of it. I interviewed Freeway Ricky Ross, who was the biggest drug dealer on the West Coast. His plug ended up testifying against him. He was a informant. He ended up testifying against him and gave him life in prison. And when I asked him what would happen if this guy walked in the room, he said absolutely nothing. What would happen if he walked in the room right now?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
I have absolutely nothing against him.
Really?
Nah. Wasn't his fault. See, the way I look at it is, first of all, I made the mistake of getting in the drug business. That was my first mistake. Mm-hmm. My next mistake was I went back into the drug business after I said I quit.
Yeah.
So what he did is he only did what people do in the drug business. They tell. They set you up. And for somebody to go into the drug business and not understand that, which I was in the drug business and didn't understand it, but I came to grips with it.
I remember I interviewed Greg Kading, you know, who was the lead investigator on the Tupac and Biggie murders. He said around 75% of people end up telling.
More often than not, you know, people under those circumstances are going to do what's in their own best interests. And if they think that cooperating, and most of the time it is in their best interest, they take advantage of it.
90% of the time?
I'd go 75.
Okay, it's actually lower than I thought.
Yeah, I'd go 75.
75% of the time people
Yeah.
told. Do you feel, for anyone who's wants to get in the drug game right now, do you think that's a safe thing to say? Listen, if you get in the drug game, just assume that you will be getting snitched on at some point.
Blad, I'm always trying to make rappers, you know what I'm saying? I always tell them, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make rappers, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get niggas out the dope game. If any niggas in the dope game, I'm trying to get them to fuck with this music shit. You know, because you going to get busted in the dope game. I don't give a fuck how you big you get, you going to get busted. It's no tunnel where you're not going to get busted. You going to get busted because you get big enough, they just going to make accusations on you. You know, it's like you get big enough, motherfucker, they going to bring motherfuckers from all over the world. He sold me dope. He sold me dope. He sold me dope. Yeah, and ain't nobody sold him shit. But you going to get convicted, bro. It's just like, you know, you got to do something else with it. Period. You got to do something else with it. Like, dope game is fucked up, you know. It's more ratting than ever. And you going to get fucked up, so you got to do something, because I'm trying to make rappers, man. This legal dope. You could go sell this shit in front of the store. Can't nobody do you nothing. This shit come through the mail. Checks come through the mail. Can't nobody do you nothing. This is legal cocaine. You can go burn CDs right now and go stand in front of your high school and sell them for $10. You go to events and sell your shit on the street. You go walk on the streets everywhere in the world right now and sell your CDs with a book sack on. If you have 1,000 CDs at $10, that is $10,000. You can sell them and they can't do you nothing. It's legal drugs. That's why, you know, they don't like the rappers. A lot of people don't like the rappers because, you know, we speaking what we speak and they feel we getting rich off it, and we are. And we're going to keep getting rich off it.
Well, but with the rap, I mean, because you kind of had an interesting phenomenon. I think this happened around, let me see, when would I say this? Maybe around the early 90s, when you had all the rappers who would talk all that street shit, and then the actual street guys started to transition into management and labels and stuff like that. They started saying, oh, okay, y'all talking about this shit, but you can't really back it up. Well, I'll come in as the manager and I'll actually go and do this shit. You know what I mean? This is where you see the Suge Knights of the world and a few other people that I'm not going to name. But, you know, if you look at kind of the Tekashi situation, it's kind of like that. You know what I mean? Here you have a kid who's, you know, I interviewed his baby mama. He had never been a gangster or whatever else.
He was never really gang banging before he met the people he met. He wasn't really selling no drugs. He wasn't, you know, that's just not what he was doing.
Okay. So how did you feel when out of the blue, suddenly he's got red rags and he's saying blood and he's waving it around and everything else like that?
It made me question. I had to ask him, I'm like, yo, you blood? Like, is this what you doing now? Like, I just want to know out of curiosity, because he was going so hard with it. But he told me he wasn't, and I guess it was just for fashion, I guess. Like, these are the dudes that he's rolling with. They're holding him down, so I guess he's representing. I don't know. Like, that's how I saw it.
The government and the feds are looking at everyone around these rappers, and that's how a lot of these rappers go down. I mean, the Clips didn't get busted, but their managers all went to prison for like 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucked up. So you got to be careful with who you keep around you. Even if you're not doing shit Like they'll bring the whole enterprise down. And I know you've seen this.
Right. You gotta have a circle around you, and you gotta know what's what. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get caught up in that situation, that's on the boss, because the boss call the shots. You know what I'm saying? That's on the boss. If you let niggas, you know what I'm saying, come in and do that, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't no boss. You know what I'm saying? If he came into that situation, he was just looking for muscle. You know what I'm saying? And he got it fucking with some niggas who bought some trouble. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no love for no rats.